I hate these things. They fly really crazily. They don't appear to be able to control their flight. They're always like running into you. But every time you whack them, they seem to be able to avoid you in their chaotic way. What I would probably be pretty tolerant of, except for this one thing that I really hate about these things, which is they're attracted to the compost pile here. And these horrible beetle grubs tend to get into the compost pile. And the one thing that I really hate about that is that they prevent me from growing potatoes in my compost pile, which I really kind of like doing. And these things just chow down on potatoes, and they're horrible looking creatures. And I hate them in my compost pile. Grub, which also eats the roots of lawn grasses and clover. So nematodes is the only thing I've found that control them. I really dislike these things. As you can see, they fly rather chaotically. That right there is the beetle grub that I hate so much. The beetle grub of eating potatoes, roots of my clover lawn. Damn you, bitch. Alright, watering down the compost pile. Boy, there are a lot of beetle grubs in here. I mixed up some nematodes in here. I'm going to spray in there because it doesn't take much. There are many beetle grubs in here, as you can see. Very large one right there. It doesn't take much digging around to find them. There's another one. Doesn't take much time to dig them up and find them. Right? Even though I'm watering the pile right now. So I have a really bad problem with beetle grubs. You can see here's another one. Right there. Very easy to find them. So here's my experiment. I can get rid of these guys with these nematodes. Over a month or so from now, I should be able to dig around in here and not find giant beetle grubs like this. We'll see. And that right there is the beetle grub that I hate so much. The beetle grub. So something that does happen here in SoCal is, man, your compost pile can really get a lot of beetle grubs in there. And just a couple months ago, I showed just how many beetle grubs there were in here. Now, when we dig around, we don't find any beetle grubs at all, which is just shocking to me, to be really honest, because I have to say that most of the time there are beetle grubs in here, but I use those parasitic nematodes and it seems to have really helped. I'll be turning this guy, or I'll be sifting this guy. And I won't have to be taking out a bunch. This was GardensAlive's version, which I have to say, they seem to be the most aggressive and show up in the best condition. I've experimented with others and they've been okay, but this was a really bad infestation here, and I really want to sift this compost pile without having to deal with gigantic white worms. I hate those things, they're crazy. Super destructive too to your plants if you use the compost. And there's little tiny beetle grubs in there because they will eat the roots. In any case, here's proof that those nematodes will eradicate beetle grubs in your lawn, or in your compost pile as the case may be.